What is going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. I don't have anything planned at all. I'm a little bit behind. I was trying to get some things set up, and I don't know, just ran out of time. So I figured that what we would do, because last night we kind of left off with CCX and the wallet. Remember, we were doing the mining profits for the previous month. Let me know if my music is too loud and all that stuff. Let me make sure that the sound is good on the. I forget. See, I even forgot to turn my lights on and everything. Are we red today? I think we are. Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit. So anyway, yeah, I just didn't have a whole lot of time to plan anything for tonight, so I figured we would go back through the wallet, or go back through the CCX, and because I did send the CCX finally, that one wallet that was locked up, or not locked up, but it didn't seem to be acting right. It finally did send the CCX to the main mining wallet, so that was good. And as a test, I just sent some like 50 CCX to my YouTube wallet, just like a little play around wallet. And I figured that we could go through a couple of things, because one thing that we have to go through is the wallet upgrade too, because they just came out with 6.16, I think is the version, the latest version. Yeah, 6.16, and I'm on 6.15 still. So we need to do that. This is just a little YouTube wallet here with 50 something CCX in it. Looks like I have done a demonstration of locking up coins before, because it says right here withdrawable. So whenever you lock up coins, you know, it's for a specific amount of time. This is online staking, cold staking. So you don't have to leave your wallet open or anything crazy like that. It will just, once it's done on the network in hash time lock contracts, HTLCs, and it's completely hands off. Once it's done, it's a done deal. You can't get it back until the expiration, the withdrawable date. So if we go to, so in this case, like you can see right here that there's 5 CCX. I must have done it on a previous stream where I locked those up as a demo, but they are now withdrawable. So if you go to banking inside the wallet here, and you go to withdraw. Okay, so I did, oh, you know what, it must have been, yeah, it was 3 and then 2 maybe. So all I did was I clicked withdraw, and it withdrew everything into the wallet that was available. Now it's going to be pending for a while, because you know it takes some time to confirm. And actually, I want to say, that's a good question, but I don't know why off 50. I think that whenever you unstake, there's a time limit before you can actually spend those coins, and I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know what that is. But I think there is some time, but there was 50 in here that I should be able to spend. So hopefully this clears up pretty soon, and we'll be able to do a little quick demo of the, hey, what's up, Shuby, of the locking up of the coins again. And we can go through, I can show you the interest rates that you would gain on your stakes and all that stuff. So I always like to point this out. You know, there's a project out there right now called Hex, from Richard Hart, and one of his claims is that Hex is the first blockchain CD, you know, high interest blockchain CD. Now I don't know what the interest, I think it's less than Conceal actually, if you look at the numbers here. But anyway, Conceal was around long before Hex was. So it's kind of, yes, it's a very small cap project, you know, micro cap and all that stuff. But you know, it was here long before Hex was here. So I always find that a little bit funny whenever he says that on streams or Twitter or whatever. So it's not really accurate, but it is what it is. What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Got some folks in here. That's good to see. Even though I don't have a plan, like I said at the top, I have no plan. I was running late and figured I would just kind of wing it, I guess. I like winging it from time to time. All right, so let's get on this desktop wallet update. So I'm going to, even though it says pending, I'm still going to just close the wallet, and then we'll head out to their website, Conceal.Network. I'll throw this in the chat over here. All right, and we'll click on desktop, and then in my case it's the Windows GUI. I feel like we just did this, but I think we did it for Ravencoin. All right, so you can see here the Conceal desktop version 6.1.6, and you can see what I would be looking at verifying. I'm familiar with the project, so I know what their GitHub is, what the correct location is on GitHub, and what their name is. I know you probably can't see this up there, but 100% confident that this is the right site and that I'm not going to be downloading some malicious software or malicious wallet. We are going to verify it. You can see right here that they provide the SHA-256 sums so that you can verify your download is exactly what they intended it to be. So if we click on, I'm going to go with the Win64.616 version here. That's going to download it to my downloads folder. And then we'll just open up that folder, and I am going to, actually no, before I do that, I'm going to verify it. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to check the hash against each other. So this is what the devs have uploaded here, and I've talked about this before, but I'll say it again. So if this GitHub repository here was hacked, then the hackers could update this number too and still get you with malicious software. So you have to trust, you have to have like a chain of trust. You have to stay involved in the project, know if there is a problem, like follow them on their social media so that they can inform you if, hey, this is what's going on this project. We fear that our GitHub has been hacked or whatever. Don't download new wallets or whatever until we get it back under control, right? So it's like a series of validation along the path. Now I'm confident because I know these guys, and I'm pretty familiar with the devs and what the look of their repository or the GitHub site is. So I'm pretty confident here that we're good so far. So let's go ahead, and this is the hash that they say is for the version that I downloaded. So we're going to go to the folder, and we're going to start actually let's do Notepad first. Let's bring up Notepad so that we can do the comparison. So that's what the website provided us with. That's what the devs think that this should also produce if you run the hash function on it. So we're going to fire up PowerShell here. And then we are going to say git file hash, and then we need the file name. So you can just click and drag it over to the window, and it'll put it in there for you. And then we're going to press enter. So this is the SHA-256 hash result. So if we double click on that, then we can press Control-C to copy it. You can't right click in here, it won't let you because it's PowerShell. And then we're going to go over here and paste it in there. And then we can just verify, we can just eyeball it here, because if there was just one bit different in the whole program, then these two numbers here would be completely different. They would not be anywhere close to each other, just one bit of changed information. So now we have verified that whoever put that information on the website had the correct hash for the file that I downloaded. So that's a one step of validation there. But again, you're trusting the devs also, right? With this wallet download. All right, so now that we got that part done, we can go back in there. And I believe that this is just I'm going to extract it here. I believe it is just an exe, yeah, for setting up. and this is pretty slick. You saw my wallet open just a few minutes ago, but I'm just going to run this. Maybe. See if I can find where that's at. I made a change to my UAC, so now I don't know where this is prompting me for running it. Here we go. It was hidden. All right, so then next, that is where my wallet location is. Next, install, and then finish. So now I should be able to go to where my wallet is. And you can see that the date, actually we should have checked that before. I would imagine that it had a different date on it. I don't think I'm that late. Let's see, 4/17. So let's see, what's the date on, so it's 5 days ago. So that would make sense. So 4/17 would be the correct date. So pretty confident that that was updated. And really all it updated, I believe, was the GUI, this file here, and probably these, maybe these three. And that is pretty much it. And just to be safe, you probably should, before you do that, even though you're really only updating the executable and not really messing with your wallets, I would, recommend doing a backup of your wallet files. You see I have a bunch of them in here. Y'all saw that last night whenever I was showing you the different block ring, the shared rig functions, and how we have a wallet for each rig, and then we combine them, at the end of each month, or on the 20th of each month. So anyway, let's go ahead and launch this GUI and see what happens. It should be version 6.16. It might open right up into the YouTube wallet, and it did. And then you can see up here that it is 6.16 right here. I would assume if you go to About, it'll also say the version on here maybe somewhere. Maybe not. Nope. So it's only up here, it looks like, that you can see the actual version. I was hoping that wouldn't be pending anymore. It is synchronized, so maybe we'll just give it a few minutes. What I'll do is I will check the chat, see what you guys are up to over here. All right, let's see. Let me scroll back up. You guys have been busy over here. What's up, Crypto Mining Lifer? What is going on? What's up, Gundy? Mad, Bitcoin Jake, what's going on, man? All right. What are you coding, Bitcoin Jake? You trying to fix up your Satoshi's Quest? So one of the main things about Conceal is their interest, right? So it's the cold staking. That's one of the main features of this project in general. They do have a lot going on, a lot of other things on the roadmap, but their main focus, at least initially, was the interest. I still think it is. They like this part of the project, and you can see here that they give you an example. This is their third iteration of different staking percentages and interest rates and all that stuff. The first two kind of failed overall as part of the project, just because the intent never came to fruition inside of those features, right? So like what they would want you to do is lock up the most amount of coins for the longest period of time, and the previous two versions, cold staking version 1 and 2, didn't really entice you enough to do that. This model here, clearly it does. Plus they have 3 different tiers, which also fixed another problem with the previous method. The previous method had 2 different versions. You had banking, let's see, what was it called? It was called investments and deposits. And deposits, you only had to have, I think you could deposit as low as 1, I think, CCX. I can't remember the numbers. But for an investment, you had to have at least 50,000 CCX, which is not attainable by just anybody, right? So you had a very, what's the word? There was a huge gap in between an investment person, holder of CCX, and a deposit person, right? 50,000 CCX is just not attainable by a lot of people. So they came up with this method here. This is the version 3 of the deposits, and you have different tiers, under 10,000, between 10,000 and 19,000, between 10 and 20,000, and then tier 3 is over 20,000. I like this structure a lot better. Makes more sense. You can see right here basically what your return will be. And remember that this interest is only in CCX, right? This has nothing to do with USD value. It's just on the chain, on the same chain, it paid out in the same crypto that you are staking. So that's the percentage. And you can see how this works, and how much you would gain by staking for a longer period of time. And just realize that once it's in there, once you execute that HTLC, that contract, it's done. You can't get it back. There's no one you can call. There's no one to fix it. It's on the blockchain. It is a permanent record. So you just have to wait. So it's important to understand what you are doing before you stake these coins. Because let's say that you staked all of your coins today, and the USD value of CCX went through the moon, or went to the moon, through the roof, to, let's say it went up to $1, from 3 cents where it is right now, let's say $3. So it's 100x, right? It went up 100x. So you had $1,000. So now you've got $100,000 USD value worth of Conceal CCX, but you locked it up for a year. That's just the way it is. Now, hopefully it maintains that value and you don't, miss out. But I'm just pointing out one of the risks associated with locking up your coins, right? So you have to weigh it. It's kind of there's a game theory to it, like you got to look at the overall market and figure out, okay, do I think, what's going to happen to CCX whenever Bitcoin halves, for example, is the dominance of Bitcoin going to go down a little bit and money dump into altcoins? And are those altcoins going to be privacy coins based on what we're seeing in the world today? Which CCX is a good privacy coin. So you got to weigh all these factors. So there is a little bit of game theory to it, which I think it adds a layer of coolness to the project, in my opinion. So anyway, I'm just kind of rambling here, but okay. So you're trying to get a vote code to work, Bitcoin Jake. If you guys aren't familiar, Bitcoin Jake runs he's famous for having Satoshi's Quest on Minecraft. It's his own server. Let me know if I'm messing this up at all, Bitcoin Jake. I'll give you a little bit of promo here. So if you're familiar with Minecraft, he created a version, I guess, of Minecraft running on his own server that is basically like a hunt for Bitcoin, real Satoshis. And I think people win if you find the treasure, if you find the treasure, the Bitcoin, the stash, Satoshi's Quest is the name of the game. I believe, I don't play Minecraft, so just give me a break, okay? I believe that once a user, so you have to purchase your life inside of the game, and that costs some Bitcoin. So you send the Bitcoin to some address that is consolidated for the prize for that map, right? I guess is the way it works. I know I'm gonna mess this all up, but anyway, so that prize or that treasure grows as more people join the server, right? So because each person has to buy their own life, and then you're all searching, you're all digging around and going through all the map and trying to figure out where this treasure is, right? And what's cool is the closer a person gets to the treasure, if a player is close to the treasure, then it alerts everyone else that person is close so that they can converge on him, right? And then I guess that they probably fight. I don't know what happens. I guess they fight it out, and one person is going to win the treasure or get the treasure box or whatever. And it can be, yeah, Bitcoin Jake said that it's currently $30, but I think that I saw at one point it was like 70 or 75 bucks or something like that. One person won that, so I don't know how long it takes. Let us know, Bitcoin Jake, how long does a map or a game usually last before someone finds it? I mean, if it's like 3 days, I'm not even going to attempt it. So I know how you gamers are. Yeah, so it's really cool the way that it's set up. And it looks like he's working on some type of a voting feature, I guess. Okay, so the highest was 59 bucks. That makes sense. I thought I saw 70 something, but yeah, could be definitely 59 is probably what I saw. I was just trying to juice it up a little bit there. So yeah, check that out. He dropped the link in there. If you're interested in Minecraft and playing it and earning some Satoshis, winning some Satoshis, then definitely head over there and check that out. There was a lot of way bigger YouTubers than me talking about it on their channels and stuff there for a while. I don't know when the last time he got some press for it, but I know that he works on it really hard. It's taken him a long time to get it all fine-tuned and everything, and he's constantly working on it. So definitely check that out. This is not like any type of promotion or anything. I don't know anything about Minecraft, but he's not always in my chat, so I was like, oh, hey, Bitcoin Jake's here, so I figured I would give him a little shout out there for his efforts in the crypto space. So does anybody know if Brandon is going live? Let's find out. Okay, so it looks like that's today. All right. So it looks like he is going live, so that's cool. So I'm going to end it right here, and that way we'll have 5 minutes before Brandon starts. We can go get bathroom break, drink, whatever. Go check out Satoshi Quest from Bitcoin Jake. I don't know. I'll give you 5 minutes back of your time. All right, guys. I don't know. I'm going to plan something a little bit more structured for tomorrow. Yeah, because I don't really like not having a plan like today. So maybe tomorrow, if this pending stops, maybe we can go through the staking process of CCX. We did do the wallet update, so that was cool. Maybe. I think I recently did a project update on them, like going through their roadmap and stuff like that. So I don't really want to tackle that, but I haven't done a staking video in a while. So I think maybe we'll do that. Show you how to stake some coins and what it looks like. And yeah, I think that'll be good. That'll be good. Yeah, make sure you do a Savage raid over there on Brandon Coin, even though we aren't going directly into there. But yeah. Streamlabs tip. It's not enabled yet. Oh, you know what? Streamlabs, I don't know about that. I don't think it's set up at all, Bitcoin Jake. I was trying to get super chats enabled on YouTube, on here, and I need to check the status because I know it was kind of like pending. They were having to do a review, and they were saying that it might take some time because everybody's working from home or whatever now. So I think it's going to take a little bit longer than usual. But I did enable that, so there's people yelling at me about it, and I really hate it because I feel like a panhandler. I feel like I'm out here with my hand out, but I get it. I do. I use whenever I first started watching Brandon Coin and those guys, I always thought it was kind of cool to, tip them a little bit. And I thought it was neat. Although I wouldn't have if I knew that YouTube was taking half of it, right? Or 30% or whatever it is. I just think that it's kind of a rip, especially for small channels. Bigger channels maybe can work around that, but whenever you're a super small channel and you know, for every $1 that someone donates, you only keep 70 cents of it. That's kind of crazy to me. So I think that they should have it tiered, you know, some type of a different structure, because you know, it could help smaller channels more than you know, if it wasn't the same amount of tax, so to speak, as the bigger channels, in my opinion. But anyway, I don't know. I'll get on a rant about YouTube, and I don't really want to do that. So I am going to cut it here. I will see you guys tomorrow night. I will have something planned. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Be sure to like, share, subscribe if you thought that this was helpful in any way. And I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Stay savage, everybody.